something doesn't add up, and I'm trying to conceal it. But when I think of your love, I can't escape the feeling. I'm working on it, but if I'm being honest, nothing feels like when I'm next to you. Can't get my head around it. I really thought I found it. No one seems to love me like you do. Long drives and late nights, we could have had it. I see in your eyes, I know you want it. I gave my all, baby, best believe it. Still building up walls, you know you never leave it. I'm getting used to the pain, but I still got some fight in me left. I'm catching love on the brain, but it pays to be too obsessed. I'm working on it, but if I'm being honest, nothing feels like when I'm next to you. Can't get my head around it. I really thought I found it. No one seems to love me like you do. Long drives and late nights, we could have had it. I see in your eyes, I know you want it. I gave my all, baby, best believe it. Still building up walls, you know you never leave it. I'm working on it, but if I'm being honest, nothing feels like when I'm next to you. Can't get my head around it. I really thought I found it. No one seems to love me like you do.
Run for them life. When I step into the jungle, said there was no group up.
Yo,
Never
yo.
gonna move up, never gonna win a Royal Rumble. But when I come through, you know what I love to. I send shots for your team and leader. I make a witness, decide to vacate. The war's getting sweet just like a Ribena. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? How are you guys? Sorry for the delay, we had problems capturing cameras of Discord and blah 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 blah. Actually, I don't know what happens if I delayed the live stream to 5 p.m. It's not yet 5 p.m. I don't know what happens if I start the live stream earlier. I don't know if YouTube is not gonna notify or what. I hope everything goes fine. If not, well, another week with YouTube not notifying things. Well, how are you? New week, new live stream. Actually, last week I didn't do a live stream. I couldn't. I needed to prepare the video of this past Sunday that you could go and watch because it's not getting a lot of support. And I know it's a video that you all gonna like if you watch it, but of course you need to watch it to know that. But yeah, this week another live stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's Tuesday and so it's weird. Blah blah. Wildcrow, what is happening? You're not doing live streams every Wednesday. Yeah. Well, first last week as I said I couldn't, but then this week I'm going to Barcelona. If you saw my last Instagram post, I'm going there. I'm gonna do a talk about social media. I'm gonna have 2 DJ sets. I'm gonna have some studio time. As I'm going really early in the morning on Thursday, tomorrow I prefer to spend the afternoon preparing the things that they need to take for the trip and finishing some things and all of this. So that's why I decided to do it today. But yeah, thanks for the 4th winner. Build a pack. Received it. Nice, man. Nice. Hope you like it. So yeah, well, basically, first of all, as always, thanks so much to DistroKid for sponsoring these live streams. Remember that if you want to self-release your music, you can use DistroKid, okay? This way you're gonna get on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere, wherever you want, and you're gonna get 100% of the money. And if you want to know how much money you can make, I also have a video about this, so you could go and watch it. But yeah, basically, if you cannot get your song in any label, maybe you could self-release it if you think it's good. That's basically what I'm doing every year on my birthday, just self-releasing music. But yeah, today we're gonna have a little bit different live stream because we have POV. If you don't know POV, sorry, she's a YouTuber also, well, music producer and YouTuber like me. Started, I don't know how long, she will probably tell us, and I decided to ask her if want to come to the live stream and give feedback. Said yes, so that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so let me put everything on Discord. Hey, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second to put the right volumes on everything, because every time this is different. But yeah, let me see. All right, there you are. There you're on camera. Guys, please.
Hello.
Say hello. Let me see if the volumes are right. Yeah, okay, they are nice. All right, well, so as always, when somebody comes to a live stream, well, first of all, thank you so much for coming. But I tell people to present themselves, to say who they are, what they do, these kind of things, and then we maybe do some talk, and then we do the feedback, okay? So let's start with that.
Yeah, well, I'm PLV. As you said, I do YouTube as well, Instagram, and I started about like a bit over 2 years ago. Did I disappear? Oh yeah, okay. Why am I disappearing? It's like blinking. Why is it blinking? Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Oh,
All
I was
right.
muted. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so yeah, I started a little bit over 2 years ago, and when I started, I saw that no one was showing, like the real journey, like from the beginning. They were just showing, like once they learned everything and all this. So, and that was like a content that I was personally trying to find when I started. So I just decided to do it myself and just share, the real journey of how to learn music production, like from the start, that hopefully can help other people on the same journey. And yeah, that's how it started. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, it's nice. And how is it going? When you started? Sorry.
A bit over 2 years ago, it was like January 2021. So yeah,
How's it
it's going good. Like recently, I got like one reel on Instagram that completely blew up in December, and that started kind of everything. But it was like after 2 years of posting 3-4 times a week, doing music
Difficult,
and all
right?
this. So what?
It's so difficult, right?
Oh yeah. It's all about consistency and perseverance,
Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks it's so easy until they start. And when you start, it's like, okay, it's
Yeah.
not easy at all, and it's so time consuming. It takes
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah, it is. Like videos take so long to do, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love it. It's really cool. You
Well,
gotta be
actually,
ready
your
for it.
videos
That's for
maybe
sure.
take more time because I see you do like a lot of different angles and a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
probably that takes way more time.
Yeah, that's just because like I come from like I was a visual effects artist before. So like I come from like the movie side, which is why I really like all those like cinematic B-roll and like, trying
Yeah.
to make a story out of the whole thing, like almost like a mini documentary. So yeah, it definitely does like I probably script my videos for like 3-4 hours and before even actually shooting the video. So yeah, it's
Yeah, my
It's a
way
lot.
is easier. I just
Yeah, I know.
prepare everything, press record, and I say whatever I want to say. I don't even have any
You don't script
script.
at all?
No,
How do
I
you do
just
this? Because like me, it's because of the English. Like I don't feel as confident in English, so I feel like I need to script everything that I say.
yeah, no. I mean, at the beginning, if you watch my first videos, I was like talking more like this, and more
Right.
stopped. But with practice and so, in the end, I don't know. I just say whatever. Usually, I have to. For example, sometimes it happens a lot that I want to say one phrase and I repeat that phrase 5 or 6 times because I get like,
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
But I don't script anything. For example, last video I did, I kind of script the intro, but nothing else. Usually I just press record and start, and I know I need to talk about reverb. Okay, so I know what I want to say, so I just say it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I prepare things, would be more organized or so, but I'm a bit
Yeah.
lazy for that.
Yeah, I wish I could do that because like sometimes it takes me way too much time, and yeah, I'm trying to reduce the time spent on videos, but I also want like the best video possible to get my point across and to bring like the best value. So
Yeah.
it's really hard. I think it's my perfectionist movie side that is like keeping me from actually like be more relaxed about that. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, now I have a new camera, and I also thought to do this kind of thing because with my webcam, that was is what I was using before. I need to have it there, or maybe in another place, but like connected to the computer. I cannot maybe now put it there and now there, and now go to the kitchen, or I cannot do these kind of things with the camera. I
Oh
can.
yeah.
Probably don't do it, but now I can do it. Well, maybe
Yeah.
this week that I'm going to Barcelona and doing some things. Maybe I'm thinking to do a vlog.
Yeah, little plug.
I don't have a good microphone for the camera. That's the problem.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
some really cheap one that you can plug above.
Yeah, but it wouldn't arrive on time, because I'm
Oh, yeah,
going
that's
on
true.
Thursday morning, so that's a problem. The
Yeah.
only thing what I was testing today is the audio is quite good, but also there's one thing called Adobe Podcast. It's a new thing they have. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know it. You upload any kind of audio, and with artificial intelligence, they make it sound perfect.
Oh, that's cool.
Really, really, really good. Like super well compressed. The quality of the sound is just perfect. Just try it once, maybe with your phone. Record something with your phone and put it on Adobe Podcast. It's crazy. I just tried it today, and it's like you don't even need
Really?
microphones anymore. It's really good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
really,
noted
really
that. I'm
good.
gonna try that.
Really good. So I thought maybe if the sounding is not that good, maybe I use that and get it right.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe if I'm not wrong, you are kind of focused on progressive house, right? On music production or kind of melodic things at least.
Yeah, I'd say more like progressive and melodic. But I'm still kind of like experimenting, like discovering everything. Cause like my goal, is like to prove that like you can learn music production like from the start, from zero. So I kind of want to know how to make kind of all the genres basically, and I'm just trying to like learn from different genres so that at some point I can like make my own kind of thing.
Yeah, that's so good because in the end, I tell this to a lot of people that, for example, if you make progressive house, you don't need to make progressive house like it's meant to be made. I mean, for example,
Yeah.
you like progressive house, but you like also aggressive sounds. Okay, so maybe you can take, for example, a hardstyle lead and put it in progressive house. Maybe it doesn't work, but maybe it does. And if it works, probably you're
Yeah.
gonna sound a bit more different. Or you can take like effects or things they do in other genres. For example, in hardstyle, they usually do a lot like they take part of the vocal, they distort it a lot, and they put a lot of reverb and put it in the background. In
Yeah.
progressive house is not that common, but maybe you can take that thing, that idea, and put it in progressive house or put it in future house or whatever, So in the end, if you take different things from different genres, the genre you're making is gonna be more unique,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna be the common thing. So it's good to
Yeah,
know
no,
how to
totally,
make
yeah.
all the genres, and so yeah.
Yeah, I think at some point Severman was like doing like some progressive house with like future bass drums or like hip hop drums at some point in like some verses,
Yeah.
which I thought was like quite refreshing, and like that's exactly the same example.
Yeah, exactly. Now, for example, I'm trying trying to keep the progressive house touch, and so I'm still making progressive house. I have one song that I sent to somebody to call up that I think it can be good, but then I'm also kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I'm not like the only person doing this, but there's not a lot of people doing it. But it's kind of progressive house, but more kind of deep, you know. It's not that
Right.
festival-ish, more kind of danceable, but it keeps like the progressive house touch, but like with deep house touch. I don't know how to explain it. I like it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
trying to
good.
do that a lot, because I think it's quite fresh nowadays. It's not like everybody's doing this nowadays.
Yeah,
So
because I feel like right now the like a type of the progressive house is getting like really, really repetitive. Like literally, they all sound the exact same. So
yeah,
I think it's like really important to like if you want to stand out as an artist to like try and stand out. Because
yeah.
yeah,
Somebody in the chat says like if what I'm making is like monocool, like the Nick Romero alias. Not that monocool is more kind of, I would say, more going to melodic techno, but yeah, kind of that thing,
yeah,
yeah. But I will keep my name. I wouldn't change. I'm not gonna change the name. I just whatever genre I do, I put my name and that's it.
yeah, yeah. That's for sure. Yeah.
Let me see if there's any question, guys. If you have any questions, put it okay on the chat. That would be nice. I was producing Progressive House for 6 years now. I switched to Future House because I felt like I was making the same song again and again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe Future House, you have like more, like how to say it, like more styles that you can do, different things. The Progressive House is more generic thing, you know, like you can have a lot of different lead sounds and so, but in the end it's kind of the same thing. Maybe in Future House you have more options or more different sounds, like for example the Future House of Oliver Heldens is not the same Future House as another person, and in Progressive House, even if there's different styles, it's kind of more similar. But in the end, I think every genre is the same thing. When everybody is starting to do that genre is gonna get like a limit of creativity and limit of uniqueness. For example, tech house nowadays is like super trendy. Everybody's doing tech house, and yeah, now it's cool, now it's fresh and so. But probably in like 2 years,
Yeah.
everything will be made in progressive house already, and people will think like this, like I'm making the same song.
Yeah.
So Tim is asking, PLV, what's your number one advice for a coming artist?
Finishing songs. I think that's the one thing. Like so many times, like I get people that ask me stuff, and while talking with them, I understand that they have like 30 demos or something like this that are just like a loop or half a song, you know, and like they never actually finish and they never actually get to, you know, learning the mixing and mastering, to the promotion, the marketing. So you really have to finish songs to like practice the whole chain of music production. Because
Exactly.
if you just do loops after loops, it's never going to get you anywhere.
Exactly,
And I
because then,
think
for
that's the
example,
main
you
thing.
have the good idea that you like, but you don't know how to continue a song. You don't know how to mix the song. You don't know how to finish it, how to master it. You know, so if you never practice that, even if you are super good on creating the idea, then you don't know how to continue.
Yeah.
There's another question.
Yeah,
I
no.
really enjoy POV content and I like her as a content creator, but isn't 2 years of producing a bit early to teach people online?
Well, the thing is, I don't like I teach what I know I know. Like I'm not gonna go like if I don't know, I'll say I don't know and I stay away from the like subjects that I don't know about, right?
Yeah.
So, but I know like you know, like you might see 2 years as 2 years, but for people maybe 2 years it's like they spent like 2 hours every week, right? me, I've went on like full on, like every single day I've worked
You're
like
100%
hours
doing
and
this.
hours. Yeah. So yeah, it's also like, you can say 2 years, okay, but you don't know exactly how much that person has worked that 2 years, because
Exactly.
everyone can work differently every day. So it's also, yeah, like if I don't know something, I'll say, I don't know that subject, like I'm not gonna give any advice about that. But if I
Yeah.
know something and all this, like, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'm happy to help you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's what you say, because it's not the same. Like, for example, when I started, it was at the university and so, and I was like maybe producing what you said, 2 hours a week or maybe 3 hours a week. So I wasn't advancing that fast. But
Yeah,
then
exactly.
when I was able to just um, like focus on this and only do this, that was when I started with my YouTube channel. I mean, it was, instead of 2 or 3 hours a week, was 2 3 hours a day. So if that is like, before was 2 hours a week, now it's 2 hours a day. So I have seven
Yeah.
times more practice than before every
Yeah,
week.
exactly. Like
So
Zero will say, time is relative. It depends on
yeah,
how much, because like sometimes someone's gonna say, hey, I've been doing that for 2 years, but like they've done it like 2 hours a week.
yeah.
I probably
Actually,
spend like 20 hours a week on it, if not more.
actually, Ollie James, I think he said like, was like this, like in the first 2 years he already got a collab with supported by Blasted Jack and on their label and something like this, because he was the same, he was like 100% on this, only doing this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah,
so you have way
yeah.
more time.
Yeah, Zixara, thank you for the compliment. Yeah.
But well, also you said that you're trying to make the like your channel like the how to say it, like the road to be a
Yeah,
good music
also, yeah,
producer.
that's one thing as well. Like, yeah, I'm giving, like, I ended up kind of like giving feedback and going to a little bit of that educational, because people have asked for it. And like, I couldn't keep up in the messages about feedback. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do some live feedbacks. That'll be like easier. But like, I never really intended to go there. Like, my intention and what I'm trying to make my channel mostly about is about sharing the journey and like the roadmap of how to go from zero to learning on your own, being a self-taught music producer. So yeah, it's like, I definitely don't want and don't like to teach too much of that technical aspect of music production, because a lot of other people are doing it. Like, you do it, Seven do it, and you guys are excellent about it. So I want to be more about like this, relatable, authentic,
Yeah, also
sharing my journey and
it's good
showing
to
the
be
ups and
different.
downs. Yeah, and I wanted my channel to be different. So yeah, it's just unfortunately, yeah, I kind of went a little bit in that educational, but like it's because when people ask me, I'm like, sure, I'll give you feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I shared the email so you can start sending. The thing is, let me see if you blink again.
Yeah, I do.
What? Never happened this, because usually what I know, I don't have to close Discord, but if it's behind the
Oh,
the website, the browser, everything works. But today it seems it's not working.
yeah. Oh, there you go. You're getting a lot.
Okay, what if I do this? Now it's not blinking, right?
Not for now.
Okay, so I guess I think I can keep it like this. So guys, start sending your music. So we're gonna listen to your music, give you feedback and all of this. Sorry. I was going to ask you something, but I forgot it. Nice. Ah, shit. Well, if then I remember, I will ask you, but I just forgot. So yeah, and guys, please remember to send links. SoundCloud, Dropbox. I don't like Google. Have you ever received demos in Google Drive
Oh,
links?
yeah. It's
It's so
horrible.
annoying. It's so
It
bad. I mean, because
stops randomly.
the bar of the song
Yeah.
is like this. You don't see any wavetable. You don't know where is the drop, where is the break. You don't know
Yeah.
anything. It's like so annoying.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
And on the chat, I always put link in capital letters, and in brackets, you put SoundCloud or Dropbox. And well, there's still people that send me the song attached to the mail. It's so annoying. So annoying.
It's the way it is.
But yeah, let me move this here. Okay, let's adjust with this one. By the way, guys, remember that you can go to her channel and follow. Good content.
Thank you.
Do you listen to this with your headphones?
Yeah.
Okay. And guys, do you listen to it?
I'll just push the volume.
All right. So let me change the screen. Okay, this layout is perfect, right? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Philip, for those €5, man. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. Today probably there's gonna be people here that maybe I don't know because are followers from you. So if maybe you see somebody that you want to check, just tell me, hey, check the song of this person, and we check it. Okay.
All right.
So let's start.
That's made in it. Oh my god. What? Oh, yeah, okay.
I muted. Okay.
Wow.
I was saying that if it's made in FL Studio Mobile, this is crazy. I mean, I never tried FL Studio Mobile. I think. No, I think I never tried.
Yeah, no, that's insane for.
Yeah,
for
but
that,
it doesn't look easy. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with the feedback? By the way, thank you so much to Nightcore and Lowcode. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like for FL Studio Mobile, it's absolutely insane. Like I know how hard it is, and also, yeah, it's crazy. Super well done there already. I think there's definitely a few things in the mix that could sit better. I think if we start with the drop, I felt like the leads could have popped a bit more. They were a bit drowned or masked. I don't know if it was like too much sidechain or something, but maybe you need a bit more transient or something for them to really pop. But yeah, they were a bit drowned, and I think as well when you had, I think as the chat says, the vocals in the drop was like clashing as well with the lead. Like it was a bit too much. I think you need to know which element you want it to be the first in the mix, and then go from there. I think the intro was really beautiful as well, but I felt, or maybe it was the time I adjust my volume, but I felt like that ARP lead that was like plug ARP lead in the intro was quite harsh. Like I would maybe tame the frequency or like EQ it a little bit more to like, yeah.
This first thin high one.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have made it like a bit more subtle, I think, but it felt better this time that I heard with like a better volume, so maybe that's fine. But the first transition as well was quite loud. I think your FXs that you had overall were quite loud. I think they should be more of a background helping instrument, you know? And in the build-up part, I think you had a bass, which was too much, like Philip just said.
The break bass.
Yeah. Yeah, that. And for me, I think the kick in the drop could like pop a bit more, like go through, like cut through the mix a bit better with like a top end kick or something. It felt a bit flat to me, but yeah, that's all I've written for now.
Yeah, well, basically everything you said, you know. I just felt like here in some parts the vocal. Well, apart that, in my opinion, the vocal needs to be a bit louder, a bit cleaner, maybe a bit less reverb would put it more in your face and so. But I don't know where exactly, but somewhere here I felt like the vocal was not perfectly on the beat. Was a bit of beat, like a bit delayed, I think. So maybe check that. But yeah, the bass, I don't think it's bad, maybe a bit loud, but yeah, on the build-up you should definitely maybe filter it a little bit. This also always helps when you want to make the drop stand out more, because you don't have bass here and then boom, you have bass in the drop, so it feels more stronger and fuller. But basically what you said, maybe the leads can be a bit stronger, a bit more in your face, a bit brighter and so, but I mean, if FL Studio Mobile, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's still insane. Yeah.
If you don't put it here, I would think it's in a normal DAW, FL Studio Ableton or whatever, but in your computer, not in mobile, you know. So really good song, well done. All right, let's continue with the next one. I'm gonna check one of the donations. I'm also FL Mobile. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 people in the chat usually that make songs in FL Mobile here.
Yeah, seriously, it's like also just like to go through the pain of being on FL Studio Mobile, like that's a lot of dedication and passion, you know, like that's when you realize it's not about the gear, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, you're kind of limited, I think. I mean, again, I didn't try it, but I think you're kind of limited. But like if you don't have the possibility to have a computer or all things, then you can have it, you know. But in my opinion, I think FL Studio Mobile was meant to be more for getting ideas when you are on the road, you know. Like you have something on your head, you put it there, and then you have it then you put it in normal FL Studio.
Yeah, but I feel as well like it's a great way, because like sometimes some people are like, oh, I can't start now, or I can't practice, I don't have a computer. But at least those people doing it through the mobile, like once they go to a computer, they'll already be so much better, and they don't wait, you know, like
know the
you're already learning so
how
much.
To mix, know the concept of how to layer, all these kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's take the next one.
Shadows in the past, you light at last, shine through, shine through. You're trying to hold me back, let go, let go. I'm not yours to hold. I can feel the times are changing, we're doing so natural, it takes me in. Yes, I can see reflections of all my mistakes, they fade away. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Not going, I'm just growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Yes, I won't stop me growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Not going, I'm just growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Yes, I won't stop me growing. Growing, growing, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. Growing, 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 it's growing, 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 growing. my soul. Shine through. I can see reflect. I'm not growing up slow. Not growing up slow. I'm not growing up slow. Can't stop, won't stop me growing. I'm not growing up slow. Not growing up slow. I'm not growing up slow.
I think the vibe of this song is really good. I mean,
Yeah.
like, obviously it's not anything like EDM thing, but more for the radios or so. But it's like, I love
It's
the vibe.
so cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really love the vibe and the bass. The bass is like so natural. I don't know if
I
it's a
know.
synth or if it's a real recorded bass, but it feels so
That was
natural and so
groovy.
nice.
Yeah.
About the mix, I think it's quite good already.
I'm not yours to hold. I can feel.
Is it me, or for me it sounds very stereo, very reverb, so I don't know if something happened. Is it the same for you, or
Maybe you're also
wait.
getting from my mic a little bit. Let me check.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's way better. Oh, that is
Yeah, so-
way better.
So maybe it was my mic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
because I don't use headphones. Sorry for
Okay,
that.
so feedback is gonna be up.
No, but I usually turn off the mic, like from the audio interface when we
Okay,
check
yeah,
the
no, it
sounds.
was like the mix was way cleaner as soon as you changed it, so yeah.
I think in general the mix is quite good. Maybe the biggest problem, not really big problem, is the vocal that maybe is a little bit not as upfront as it could be.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see reflections of all my mistakes. They fade away. Growing, I'm not growing, I'm just growing. Yes, I won't stop me growing.
Just maybe a little bit more brightness on the vocal, and maybe I would try to clean a little bit on the mid lows, but I mean, not really a big problem on this song. What do you think?
Well, I just heard correctly just the last like 3 seconds you played, because before for me it was like I mean the song was like the sound was wrong because of the mic, so that removed some of my feedback, and then the only thing
I
I
can
had
play
was
it again
the
if you want
vocals.
to.
Yeah, I
Really
mean that's
quick.
fine. I had the vocals louder a bit, like you said, and I think I was saying like a bit of the hi-hats like softer because they were a bit overpowering in the drums, I felt, but that was the only thing. Otherwise, it's such a vibe, so groovy, works well, the arrangement and all that. Like, yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe a bit more strand. Or let me check again. I turn off the mic. Okay, so I'm gonna check it again. So maybe we see something
Okay.
else.
I'm not going fade away. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Not going, I'm just growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Yes, I won't stop me growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Not going, I'm just growing. I'm not going, I'm just growing. Yes, I won't stop me growing. Growing, growing, just growing, 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 growing.
Yeah, I feel two
Yeah.
things. One is that I feel like it could have the whole song more brightness, but then the second thing is like in some parts, like the vocal, is like I don't know how to say it. It's like how to say it. It's like a little bit delayed or so in the drop with the kick.
Growing, I'm not going, I'm just growing.
Like a bit too much like I'm not going, not to go. I don't know if because there's any kind of sighting or so, or because the effect the kick is doing, but I felt like it's not going as smoothly in the drop. Did you see anything else? We lost her? Yeah, I think we lost her, right? Let me check. Oh, it's Discord. Discord freezed. What the hell? Discord is completely booked. Wait, I'm gonna open Discord again. No, it's still booked. What the fuck? Wait. Thank you so much, After Generation. Thank you so much. And also Yatin, thank you so much.
Okay, I can hear you again.
Okay, I don't know why. Like,
What happened? Was it me?
no, I think it was me. Discord completely got frozen.
Yeah, right?
Okay, but people can see you again.
All right.
Okay, no, wait, blinking. Ah, live problems.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you had any new feedback.
Sorry?
You have any other feedback for this song?
No, not for that one. I also need to get your screen share again. So I can
Okay. Yeah, sure.
because it logged us out of Discord.
Yep. Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
How to send? You have a pinned comment in the chat. Wildcrow, do you have Discord server? I have a Discord server, but I never use it because I'm not really a Discord user like that. I just created Discord just to have a server because you were asking it, but
Yeah.
I never use it. That's why I decided to create a Telegram group where I basically do the same things as on Discord, but I'm more active there. So if you want, I can share the link or somebody can share it. I guess it's public, so you can go and join. But Philip, really good song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check another one from donations, and then we can check another donation, of course. Did you get the new On Point Samples Hard Essential 3? No, I don't have it, but don't worry, I can ask them if I want to. Alright, let's take this one by Low Code. By the way, guys, if you see me look at the down below here, it's because I started the live stream on Instagram also.
Oh.
To kind of promote the live stream on YouTube. As YouTube doesn't do it, I need to do it myself.
Every time that I see your face, it always makes me smile. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while. So let me sing for you, like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you. So let me sing for you about the streets and the avenues. There's nothing I'd rather do. Crash for you. There's nothing I'd rather do. Makes me smile. Always worth my while. Crash for you, sing for you, like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you. Crash for you, so let me sing for you about the streets and the avenues. There's nothing I'd rather do.
What can you say about this one?
It's interesting because have you heard those vocals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
is it like a royalty-free vocal or something? Because like this song is a very famous one that I like played on repeat for years. So it is
Really?
really disturbing for me to hear this one being like that because I know original. If it's a remix, I don't know.
I think
But
I
it's funny
know-
because he seems to have signed it to a label. So
So let me sing for you, like
yeah,
the
nostalgia,
birds in
right?
I don't know now
Okay,
if there's.
royalty-free vocals, interesting.
I don't know if there's. I think I never heard those vocals anywhere else. I'm not sure.
Yeah, interesting because that song has like the one I've heard. It has like millions of plays, and yeah, so I was surprised that actually you got it signed to a labels because sometimes they don't like that, especially when one song with one vocal has been like so famous. So Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, so I was gonna say, you know, like get maybe more original vocals, but you already signed it to a label apparently, so I guess that's fine. For me, otherwise, I thought it was a bit too detuned. Did you get that?
The tune.
Yeah,
the
like in
lead
the
sound,
chords,
or-
in the pads, and all that.
Let me see.
Like especially, I mean, there's definitely some RC20 or something, right?
I think it's more like the sounds are kind of soft, but not real like the tune. You know what I mean? Like if they
Yeah.
are kind of soft pads and so maybe they give this feeling. Actually, the problem is that I cannot listen perfectly because if I usually use SonarWorks, but if I put SonarWorks, you're not gonna be able to listen to my computer. I don't know why. It gets like doesn't make the right connections. So I cannot when I invite somebody, I cannot listen perfectly. And for example, now I think the song is quite boomy, but it's not because the song is boomy. It's just because that's usually the acoustic of my room. And when I have SonarWorks, I get that soft. But I don't really think there's a big problem on the mix of this one. I think it's quite good. And the guy told me that he already sent it and got feedback. And after that, I got it signed.
Yeah.
Congrats for signing it. So that's nice. But yeah, I don't know. Really good vibe, you know, like really chill to be maybe at the pool or something like that.
Yeah, for me, I just felt like the instrumental was too loud compared to the vocals. I don't know if you
Yeah,
got
that
that.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the only thing that I put in terms of like the mix and all this, because like I think for me, like right now, because I've heard like not the original, I guess, but like the other one so much, it's really hard for me. So I'll let you on that one.
Okay. So yeah, maybe just the vocal, but at the same time, the vocal is like kind of background vocal, you know. It's not like a vocal, in my opinion, to be like really upfront in the mix because it's with a lot of reverb and so kind of chill. But yeah, maybe it could be a little bit louder. And the guitar, this kind of plucky guitar here, this note, this first
Good
note maybe
addition.
could be a little bit louder. The other ones, these ones feel a bit louder because they are longer notes, and when you have longer notes, usually it feels louder than just the short ones. But maybe the short ones could be a little bit louder, so maybe compress the sound or so to have it a more stable sound. But I think it's a really good one. All right, let's take another one. Thank you so much, people, for all the donations. Thank you so much. I think we're gonna have problems today again. Actually, you told me that you need to leave. You need to leave kind of early, right?
Like 9:30 the latest, so like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. All right. So we'll continue after you leave. I will continue checking some more songs.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe do you see any name from anybody that usually is in your life? Maybe you want to check.
Yeah. I see Fantasy. I see Waymake, Empire.
Who do you want to check?
Let's try Fantasy. I think he said something earlier about it, and he was here since the beginning. So let's try Fantasy.
Right. Thank you so much, Pasoni. What is this?
What is that?
Resident Evil X dubstep.
Did he get the wrong?
Hi. So, a while ago, I had a crazy thought. What if you took Resident Evil, the lovely, game series, and mixed it with dubstep / mid-tempo? How would it sound? Well, I decided to do something about that. Here you go. Also, I don't know if you can hear it. I've just realised how unbelievably loud. Can you hear that from my speakers?
That's the song.
But, hey, what can you do, So, besides this wonderful crackling sound that's coming from my speakers, with Nat James's vocals on top...
Oh, he didn't mean to send
this
that.
is kind of what I came up with for this...
Maybe he meant to send that,
Resident Evil
or no?
X.
I
I didn't
think
mean
he
to
said,
send
"Dear
it,
God,
okay."
I didn't mean to send that." Oh, this is hilarious.
I was expecting the song. Okay.
thing.
I know, me too. This is
Okay. Maybe we can give you tips as like video tips.
Yeah, the hook's too long, but otherwise it works.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, actually, it's funny, but if you put this on social media, honestly, probably it's not gonna work. But if you make it like 30
Yeah.
seconds,
Yeah,
probably
it's
can
gonna
work so well
Yeah.
on TikTok and Instagram. So maybe do it. Okay. But the audio from the song, put it with video editing. Put the original audio, not record it from the phone, because otherwise it's too quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But well,
I think
maybe
also that's one example on triple check your links.
yeah.
You know?
But if you send it, we will check the song you wanted to send, because I think there's not there's not another email from him, at least
Yeah.
so far. Okay, I'm gonna check just one randomly, like
Yeah,
this one.
don't take my suggestions apparently.
Let's see this one.
Thanks, Carl.
I'm insane, just like you, just like you, just like you. I'm insane, just like you, just like you, just like you. I'm insane, just like you, just like you, just like you. I'm insane, just like you, just like you. I'm insane, just like you, just like you, just like you. I'm insane, just like you, just like you, just like you.
That's a cool idea, cool vibe.
You want to start with the feedback?
I just had a couple things, so that'll be fast, I guess. I think the ARP that you had at the beginning, or like during the break, like it's cool, but
This one.
yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think it could maybe be a bit more filtered, to be like more in the background, but also like automated, like to have more of a variations, because like otherwise it's like a bit repetitive. So I think maybe with with an automation, like less filtered, more filtered, less filtered, or something like this, it would help break it up a little bit. And I just thought in the drop or whatever, the lead could pop more. I think with like a bit more saturation, bit more volume, and all that. But yeah, that's the only two things I had for now.
Yeah, so I had other things like there's a problem that the vocal is so small, like it's not a full vocal, it's like just one phrase or so. So the problem is that sometimes it gets repetitive. Here, for example, what I try to do when happens this is maybe apply effects or apply other things to the vocal. So maybe, for example, the first 8 bars, instead of having the vocal as normal, maybe have it like just in some parts with a lot of reverb, so it's more in the background, and then I put the vocal normal. So this way it's not all the time the same phrase over and over, or things like this. But apart from this,
I'm insane, just like
I think the vocal could be a bit better,
just like you.
like a better reverb, a bit more present reverb. I will try a cleaner vocal with a bit more brightness maybe. But the biggest problem I see is the drop. That
Just like you, just like you.
okay, first, as you don't reduce the bass at all in the build-up, then it's like the drop starts with this. I don't know if exactly the same bass, but it feels like the same bass sound. So it doesn't really feel like there's a transition on the song. okay? Because it's like you keep the same thing and you just put like a kick on top. So that's why sometimes, or most of the times, you need to reduce or filter at least a little bit the bass on the build up. This way, when the drop comes, you have all the energy. But then the kick is a bit thin, not a big problem on the genre, but a little bit thin. But especially the lead sound. The lead sound is like in the background and really soft. You need to add more layers, put it more up front, make it stronger, fuller, and all of this. If you get this, I think it can be a good idea, especially because it's not like the common slap house. It's a bit more unique, you know, with a bit more melody, a bit faster and so. But apart from this, just the idea can be good, you know, so maybe these tips can help you. Alright, so let's keep checking songs. Let's see, Fantasy sent the right link, so let's check Fantasy now. Here. Are you sure it's the right link?
We'll find out.
Okay, it seems so. Yeah, it
That was a
seems so.
funny
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, okay.
Almost finished. Oh, I heard that one in one of my lives. You're muted.
I was talking on Instagram.
Oh.
Okay, I think the idea is quite unique. Sounds good.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Well, yeah, I think I already heard that one. So, and I think it already sounds better than the last time I heard. I'm pretty sure he sent it in one of my lives before, because I heard it before. But yeah, really cool. I just thought like the leads that goes ding 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 like this one. I think maybe to have more sidechain like the rest of the elements would help have more, because it felt like the lead was outside of the mix with everything else. I don't know if it makes sense, but I think to have like kind of like the same sidechain or like a little bit more sidechain would put the lead more in rhythm with everything. So like that's one thing that just stood out to my ear, and I think they could have been a bit bigger, like a bit fuller. They felt a bit thin, and yeah, I'd say a little bit of too much bass and sub, especially. But yeah, maybe also the genre wants that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I cannot really talk about like the mid-low bass and so, because as I said, as I don't have Sonarworks usually on my room, that area gets really boosted, so maybe that's a problem. But what I felt especially is that I think the idea is quite nice. I'm not 100% into drum and bass, but I like it, and sometimes I listen to it, so I like it. But especially the kick has good punch and so, but I feel like the kick doesn't have sub bass. Like it has, like if it's cut on 80 hertz, you know, I can hear the punch, but not really like weight on it. You know, I know how to explain. Like it needs more 40-50 hertz on the kick. Or maybe it's because it's super short kick. Maybe it's because of this. But also, I don't know where exactly it was. Yeah, here the boom, 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 boom. Those kicks have no body at all. It's like only the top kick. You know, so I would add a good chest kick, the boom, boom, boom. So when you are on a club or so, you can feel it in your chest. Right now, you probably would only listen to it, but not really feel it. You know, so it would be nice here to really feel it, the boom, 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 when you're playing this live. Apart from this, yeah, maybe, for example, the slits, the bum, 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 could have a bit more layers to make it sound a bit fuller and stronger, and maybe make them a little bit louder. And there are some parts, maybe it's just me because of the genres I usually produce and make and listen, but there are some parts that for me it feels empty because there's no bass. For example, here you have a bit of bass with the pum 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 pum, but not like there's a lot of small gaps, you know what I mean? Like there's not a woo bass going like this. Here there's a good bass covering everything, but here it's like a lot of small gaps where you don't really have bass. So for me at least, I don't know if it's that common on that drum and bass, but for me at least, like, it's missing something in this part, like a bit empty. You know, but really good song. Right,
yeah,
just got an ad? Can you get an
yeah,
ad?
I think they... While I was talking, there was an ad for them. But yeah, I mean, Fantasy, I was just talking about more sidechain on the leads that you have. It's like that, like that one, especially on the first drop, for like to sit better with the rest, because it felt like it didn't have the same sidechain. But yeah, and same, I said like they were thin, so more layers and all that, saturation, which you said as well.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if now you come back, I think you can see the part where the ad was.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because it's not in Twitch, for example, you cannot come back on the live, but on YouTube you can come back while the live is on. So you can go back to the part where POV is talking, you know? So you don't miss that part. Or maybe later.
Yeah.
I mean, this live will be uploaded, so you can watch it 1,000 times if you want to.
But yeah, I think the song is cool. Like it's like I really like the mix of like the cinematic, you know, like those voices. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I'm gonna check Carl 1. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah.
Okay. Dancing Crow. I cannot say it. Well, it's just me dancing.
No, it's
But
a
yeah.
SoundCloud.
Is a meme song, Carl? I think not. I mean, this guy usually, I don't know why he likes to make meme songs. For example, when I say something in live, he just takes that and put it in the song, and maybe does a song with that voice that took from my life or whatever.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Yeah, Carl, if you can send me one, if you have any somewhere, so she can listen to it. But well, let's take this one for now.
So I'ma light it up just like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, take it all away. Yeah,
Ready
I'ma
for
light it
another.
up just like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, take the pain away. Ooh, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Ooh, let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
sometimes gets red, like entire ear gets super red. You see, he always takes something I say in my lives. He always does this.
Well, I hope you don't send that to any label, but it's a fun joke.
Well, actually, there's a song.
That's so funny.
There's a hardstyle song that has the meme sound.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I don't remember now the name. I was listening to it yesterday. I think I cannot really give you detailed feedback because of what you said. I don't have Sonarworks, so I don't hear perfectly, because in the end, this song has a good mix. So I would go for more specific things, but as I cannot listen perfectly right now, I would probably don't say anything, maybe just...
Me neither.
Yeah, I'ma light it up just like
Not really. I would just maybe make the vocal a little bit louder, and there's some parts where the vocal has a bit annoying top high frequencies, but apart from this, I'm not gonna say anything else because it's basically good. But do you have anything?
No, honestly, I was gonna say the same thing as you, like a tiny bit louder on the vocals, and then otherwise I was like, this is like the cleanest mix. Like it sounds so good. It sounds so good.
He's
I'm
really
just I'm just like, I don't know if the drop doesn't go a little bit like a tiny bit too loud, like 2 dB, something like this, but you know.
Well, it's not finished because it doesn't have second break and so he can then balance all of that with the mastering and so.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise sounds super clean and so good.
Yeah, really good one, Carl. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
listen
continue
to
with
that.
some donations because otherwise the list is never gonna end.
Yeah. That was such a good one.
Let's see.
I'm tired.
Okay, what can you say about this one?
I just in the very beginning, I thought that like the sub or res, was like really, really, really low. And I thought that, if you had like some saturation or like maybe make it like an octave higher, you could add a bit more of those harmonies that would, I think, help the song. Maybe you couldn't hear that, but it felt really, really low, like, like the C0 kind of thing. And I think if you add some more harmonies to the sub and res, like it would help the song like sound a bit more interesting. So I would do that. And I thought the piano at first had too much reverb, but that's maybe because the mic was still on or something. I think you cut it after, right? Okay, so forget about this.
No, it was that it has a lot of reverb, and so I mean,
it
like
has
a lot of reverb,
yeah.
but at the same time it's like really compressed,
Yeah, like very OP.
really squeezed, really like pushing down the piano. way too much.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, that felt weird because it felt better after. I think you had a better piano after. It was just the beginning that was a bit too much like that. Yeah, and then I think, for example, like the transition, like there were some transitions that were like really, really abrupt that even my ear was like, what happened? Did I miss something? Like if I would listen to that, I would go back and be like, what happened? Did you feel that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we just work on those kind of things because otherwise you're gonna take the listener out of listening. So yeah.
Yeah, for
that's
example,
fine.
I think one is here. Well, first, in my opinion, these leads need a lot more work. I think they are a bit too wide, but also they feel like supporting leads, not like the main lead is missing, you know, like these are the super saws that you add on top to make it sound full, but that the main lead is missing. Here, for example, it sounds a bit better because you already have this kind of melody lead that you don't have here. So maybe in this part you add another one, or maybe I would skip this part and go directly here. But then here, for example, here is like you cannot cut directly the lead sound. Have at least the tail of the reverb, you know, or have something. But like all of a sudden, like you just cut the lead sound and nothing else. You could have, for example, impacts. You could have uplifters and downlifters, crashes, the tail of the reverb of the lead, and all of this will help on this transition to feel it better. But then also here, it's like the song gets cut. Like you didn't work on the transition at all. You know, it's like it feels like another song because you didn't have naturally when you listen to a sound. Everything have reverb and everything have a tail. So when you go from the drop to the break, you should have a little bit of tail of the sounds of the drop. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And you can directly start with this, okay? But you should have sounds from the drop. So this way transition is gonna be better. Otherwise, it feels like you stop the song and you start another one or something like that, you know. But if you still have a bit of sound from the drop, maybe it could be also a bit like too strong this transition, but like hard cut, you know. But maybe with the tails of the reverb of the drop sounds, it can be a little bit better. Apart from this, I think it needs a bit of mixing. The lead, as I said, I would say the kick is a bit loud, but I think in Nightcore it's more like this. And here it's just good. Not my thing, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, not a lot more to say. Good idea, not really my thing, but keep working on it, man. Keep working. Alright, let's go fast. Okay, wait, there's one guy.
Yeah. Gotta keep
I
track
hate
of
when
all
on
the
YouTube have
donations,
different
yeah.
names than
Oh, yeah, I
on
know.
the email.
Sometimes they even have like 3 different names, like emails, YouTube, Instagram, or Discord, and I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I have one guy on my Patreon that he has one name, but I don't know why on Patreon has another name. But then on Telegram he has another name,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah, like stay consistent, you know, because like
Yeah.
sometimes also they message me, they're like, come on, you haven't, like, you don't remember me, it's me there, and I'm like, it's completely different names. Like, I have no idea.
all right, let's take this one. I guess this one is
Yeah.
hardstyle.
All right.
I've never seen the stars like how they're looking tonight. You must be shining your way over to me. There's something kind of physical that's bound in the room. There's a reason that you're here and you know there's got to be something more than the feeling you're giving me. 'Cause I'm feeling locked up in the energy you're giving me. Nobody's ever gonna take your place. Yeah, I think we should meet in the middle. I follow you 'cause you're the light in the day. I need you like you need me, it's so simple.
Okay. Energy. Pure energy.
Phew, yeah. It's like it doesn't stop at all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think the idea is quite good. I like a lot the melody and the motion it has, but I'm not a big fan of the lead sound. I think the lead
Oh
sound.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes in hardstyle or euphoric or whatever you want to call the style of this one, they go like. They cross the line of to the tune and they go a bit over to the tune sound to get kind of more aggressive and more kind of angry sound. But here I think you went too far. A bit too much.
It's so intense.
And I'm not sure
yeah.
if you have only the leads or you also have chords, but I mean this part for me is super messy. I think you have both.
Yeah, you can't even hear the drums.
Yeah. So I would try to clean this. Maybe don't detune that much the sounds. Maybe try to clean a bit the leads. If you also have chords, try to clean both things. The drums here, I think they are really cool. They give good rhythm. I like it. About the drops, I think they are good. Just the thing of the leads, the same thing. But only this kick. Yeah, this kick, the attack of this kick has a top high frequency that is annoying me a little bit. Like a high resonance. Not really resonance, but kind of. If you check this one and then the other one, maybe you hear it. Like the second one is a bit cleaner, the punch of it, but this one has a higher resonance that is annoying me a little bit. What can you say about it?
Yeah. I mean, I think Ice Cold Tristan just said exactly what I was trying to put as a metaphor. It sounds like a screech more than an actual lead. I think that's perfect metaphor for it. Like, yeah, it was like too, like my brain hurts after hearing this. Like this was too much. Like the idea is great. I think it's super cool and all. It just, as you said, there's a line and like you went like way too much over it.
Sorry, I was talking on Instagram. Did you
Oh,
ask me
okay, all
anything?
right. Yeah, but yeah, no, that was this. I thought as well, like the vocal and all, like especially at the beginning, had too much reverb and delay. Like it was like a lot, and I think it didn't help the fact that it was a bit messy. But yeah, I think it just needs cleaning overall because I think it's a great idea that would work a lot. I thought that maybe it would be like a bit overcompressed overall as well. You know, because like sometimes
That usually happens on hardstyle and raw and this kind of genres.
yeah, but sometimes I felt, at least in my headphones, like it was almost distorting, saturating too much. So I'd be careful to not go over there. And in the build-up, as you said, like it was very messy, and I think it was missing completely like a bass or sub. I know in the build-up, you know, you reduce it and all, but I felt like there was none at the moment, which was a bit disturbing as well. Yeah, lead way too loud. Kick, you said. Yeah, because like the leads are so overpowering, you can't even hear the drums that you have, which is a bummer because they're good. So you want to hear them. So yeah, that's all I had. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got really good feedback after generation.
Thank you.
I think so. All right, so let's continue. You still have like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see this one. Okay, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I mean those are my vibes. I like that. I mean, there's a few things like in the mix to make it sound better and more clean. But overall, I like the idea, like the vibes, like that's like emotional progressive house like this. I love so that's my stuff. But I think at the beginning, especially in the verses, breakdowns and all that, you have a lot of ambiances, which is usually, a good thing to have, but I felt like they were overpowering the chords. I couldn't hear too much the chords, like the piano chords. I could hear that they were there, but they were just like a bit too much overpowered by the ambience and the ARP as well. So I would like try to rebalance the volume of everything so that it sounds a bit more clean and you know what your first element is and all that. I was missing some impacts and effects at some transitions. At one, I went like, shh, and there was actually nothing. So I felt like I missed it. So I think you could add, a few subtle impacts in some transitions. That usually works well for this. And then in the drop, I thought that the chords were a bit too loud. And were overpowering as well, the leads. So I think if you rebalance all that would sit better. And I was missing a lot of mid bass and sub. I don't know if you could tell because I think you said you can't really hear too much the low end, but
No,
for
the,
me,
the
I
opposite.
really
I hear too much. I hear too much
Oh,
on the
okay.
100 hertz area.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I couldn't really hear like that mid bass that you usually hear in those type of tracks. So yeah, I would rebalance all that, like to have more low end in your drop. I thought the kick could have more punch, more body, and yeah, I think that was it for me. That was
Okay.
all the feedback I wrote.
Really in-depth feedback. So I'm gonna focus on other things. For example, this. Well, he said he is trying to look for a
Yeah,
vocal,
that's
so
why I haven't talked about vocals yet.
yeah. But here, dun 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 dun. This plug sound is a bit too loud. Even if you don't have vocal, for me it's too loud, so I would reduce the volume of this. Then the drums, they're nice, but they don't have body. It's like the mid-high frequencies of them, but you don't have any mid-lows or any sub on them. So try to, probably you just low cut it. So don't low cut them, And if you're scared of the low end mixing with the sub and all of this, usually there's not a big problem, but then what you can do is maybe sighten a little bit the sub bass to those drums or things like this, but don't cut completely the drums because otherwise you lose a lot of strength on them. Then here I hear the melody in the background, but like the high frequencies. It's not a bad thing, but maybe if you do it, usually we do the opposite. Like we high cut everything and we open the filter. It seems like this guy did the opposite. It's not a bad thing, but then maybe I would exaggerate a bit the resonance of the filter. On the filter, usually you have a resonance knob. I would exaggerate it a little bit more. Then, yeah, maybe it could have a bit more aggressive mid bass, as you were saying. But then, here, okay, we have the leads, and the open slowly the filter, but when they end the build up, is basically the same as when the drop starts. And I think this is the problem. You always should have a little bit of filter when the build up ends, because this way when the drop comes and you don't have any filter, it feels more energetic, because you have more frequency and the sound is like full, completely full. But also what I would do maybe on this one is on the drop have extra leads to cover more the high frequencies, especially because they are kind of too soft and a bit kind of not that bright. So I would maybe add extra layers only for the drops. Okay, when you have them in the build up and so I would have them as you have them right now. But for the drop I would add an extra layer or extra 2 layers to cover more the high frequencies and make them a bit more energetic. And if you combine what is said of the build up and this, then when the drop comes, it's gonna feel like way more full, way more big, way more strong. But apart from this, really good vibes. Be careful with the vocal, okay, when you mix it.
Yeah.
All right. I give you a chance again to choose a song for feedback.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna choose the best one again. Let's see if I see.
I go down slowly.
Okay, the first one I saw is Tom Train. I don't know that person, but it's the first one I saw, so
Okay.
let's go with Tom Train.
Let's see.
Oh, also Carl is leaving, so bye, Carl.
Goodbye, Carl. Nice picture.
I can't wait to see what he's gonna do.
Let me see if Carl sent a meme song. I think no. No, it seems like he didn't send any of those.
He told me he was gonna pop in my next live stream to do something with mine, so
Okay.
that'll be fun.
Okay, yeah. But the thing is, when he makes these things that they seem like stupid, he makes bangers. I mean, the songs are
Yeah.
really good, but
I
with
know.
stupid sounds, like with farts and with, I don't know, somebody shouting and big sounds or whatever, but they always sound good. I don't know how. But well, let's take this one.
You found somebody else, and at first I thought it was a lie. I took all my things that make a sound, the rest I can do without. Don't want your body, but I hate to think about you with somebody else. Love was strong, girl, you intertwine your soul with somebody else. I'm looking through you while you're looking through your phone, and I'm leaving with somebody else. No, I don't want your body, but I'm picturing your body with somebody else. And come on, baby, this ain't the last time that I'll see your face. And come on, baby, you said you'd find someone to take my place. I just don't believe that you have got it in you, 'cause we are just gonna keep doing it. And every time I start to believe it, anything you say, I'm reminded that I should be getting over it. I don't want your body, but I hate to think about you with somebody else. Love is strong, girl, you intertwine your soul with somebody else. I'm looking through you while you're looking through your phone, and I'm leaving with somebody else. No, I don't want your body around, get something new. Somebody else. I can't keep it myself, 'cause we're never alone. Get something new. Get something new. If I can't get money, I can't keep it myself, 'cause we're never alone. Get something new. Get something new. If I can't get money, I can't keep it myself.
I have a lot to say about this one, but I'll let you start.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. I don't have too much because it's just I felt like there's a lot of reverb delay on the vocals. I mean, just before the drop hits, like that's good because it kind of it works, for like the tail and all that. But during the actual like words and all, like in the breakdown, I felt like it was a bit too much. So I would reduce it so that it's a bit more in front and pop a bit more out of everything. And then it's just in the second, I don't know what happened to the vocals, but I felt like on the second half, the vocal got a bit dirtier, like in terms of like, if it got EQ'd weird or something. Like, did you get that feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it feels like it's been extracted from an AI,
Yeah, like I think this is called ghost frequency or something like that. But yeah,
It sounds way cleaner here.
yeah. Maybe it's tried it from AI. I mean, it says remix, so maybe it's tried it from any AA website, and maybe here the song was fuller, so it gets this effect.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, watery sounding. Yeah, exactly. That's the word. Thank you, Fern. Fern. Yeah. But yeah, so I felt like, if you can try to clean that, that would be like probably super useful for your song to be clean. And then I felt like the kick in the second drop was better than the first one. If it sounded different to me. It sounded like it worked better on the second.
No, it's the same.
No?
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I felt like yeah, you could have like a bit more sub body or something, but yeah, forget about that then. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, that was it for me right now.
I have something to say. Yeah, I was going to say this, then I realized that this, extracted from any AI or so. But this part feels so empty to me because you only have this vocal that has bad quality, but then you only have piano, really thin piano. So maybe to cover this problem, you can have way more sound, you can have a pad, you can have an atmosphere sound or so that are gonna cover the song, and maybe people is not gonna really hear this watering sound from the vocal. Then here, for example, you add I think more chords to the piano and bass, so and you don't feel it that much, so maybe you could try to do the same thing here. Of course, you want to create this kind of uplifting feeling here, then just make this even fuller, then I feel like the song is a bit boomy, like the bass, as I said, maybe it's because of the acoustics right now, but I even feel there's a bit too much. But for me, the kick, the tag is maybe a bit too loud, like the top high frequencies of the tag, a bit too loud. But especially what to do here, that you make this kind of fake drop. It's good. That, well, right now as I listen, I will probably have another layer on the mid bass to feel more the boom, 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 the rhythm of the bass and hear it better. But then here, when after this part, when you start the drop, especially as it's the second drop, I would start already with the claps and the hi-hats and so, because it's like you delay it to give more energy, Here you can start like this. It's good, but then as you already heard the drop here after this part, touch, this will give better rhythm and more energy after this kind of fake drop. But also, for example, the clap. This clap is just not working. It's just a really noisy clap. It's basically noise instead of a real clap, and also in the background. So just change it. And then there was something. Yeah, the vocal has a bit too much sidechain. Most of the times I don't really have sidechain on the vocal on the drops, or if I have, it's like really subtle. Like, for example, if I use Kickstart, maybe it's like 30% or so, because if there's too much, sometimes it's like killing the vibe of the vocal. But it's a vocal you expect that is like I'm talking right now without any stops. It's not like this all the time because it's annoying, So don't have aggressive sidechains on vocals. Apart from this, I think the vibe is quite good on this song, but try to improve all these things we said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good vibe. Let's go.
Yeah. I have to say thank you to Krups, also to Sweetness. Sweetness, where are you from? I mean, that coin?
Oh yeah, he said he has a color base or something.
No, but I mean, I'm talking about the on the donation, the coin symbol.
Oh yeah, I don't know the currency.
Yeah, the currency is so weird. I never saw that. And who else? Thank you to DJ Olivierski. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
As always, I will have to invite POV to a beer or something if we ever meet.
Well, I told you I often-ish go to Spain, so.
Yeah, if you come, just tell me.
Yeah, I should have told you last time. It was just last year, like last summer.
Okay. Just tell me and I can invite you a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. You still have time or you need to leave?
Yeah, let's do one more. And then
One more?
and then I'll go.
All
I'll
right,
have
let's
to
do one
work.
more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take this one.
Oh, he's from Vietnam.
You start with this one.
Yeah. Did you hear any mid bass sub in the drop?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was like. I think it's missing there. So I would try and add something, for a balanced frequency spectrum and all that. And I thought there was like one harsh frequency in the, I think a lead or a hat or something. There was like something that was like, tss, tss,
Let me see.
which was like.
Here, I like
It's on the top.
the second, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because it doesn't have sights in there, or maybe it has a lot of attack.
Yeah, maybe
it's
that's it. But yeah, there was this which was just disturbing to my ear, and I was like, ugh. Try to tame it, or almost sidechain. Yeah. But yeah, and then I didn't. I was replying and I didn't pay attention to the breakdown, so I just heard the drop.
Yeah, well, the breakdown doesn't have a lot of things so far. It's quite basic, but the problem that they see is that it's too long, repeating the same thing. Hey, this good, can be good to start. But then is this, and you keep this, and you keep this, and you keep this with the drum, with the snares, and you keep this. So it's super
very
repetitive.
monotonous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same thing
The
over
sub
and
as
over.
well. Yeah.
Over and over. You should have other things. I don't know. Maybe if you just maybe start the break when the melody starts with the plug sound, and then you add the leads, it's the same melody over and over. But as you add another sound, you can give another feeling, and you can create like an first. It can be more kind of cinematic thing, and then it can be more kind of energetic, and then you're making it less boring. But right now it's like really basic and really repetitive. And then here, for example, the build-up gets really quiet and really, I don't know, I think it needs more uplifters to cover space, and so the drop is not bad. Has a strong kick, but the leads are really thin, like really high frequency leads, but not really covering the mid lows. So you should focus on that also. Control with the highs, as POV said. Apart from this, honestly, I feel it's a bit outdated, like kind of old big room. But yeah,
Needs to be a bit more original.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that big room was extremely overdone. Everybody was producing big room, and everybody was making the same big room over and over. So people got tired really quick. And now if you make that, it's like too boring,
Yeah, or like you really have to stand out. But as you said, like about using like different presets or like different sounds for the same melody, like check out Martin Garrix's last album. Like that's all he's done, and I think that's the best example how he used the same melody in one song, but like in different presets, different sounds, and it just makes it work. Like automations and all that, and it makes it work. It's not boring at all. So I think that's a great example as a reference tracks if you want.
Exactly, because when you use different sounds, actually is because you want to achieve another vibe. And for example, if we talk on like progressive house, you can start with the plug sound. It gives more kind of dreamy feeling, and then in one part you put, for example, you can put leads, and you create kind of energetic hands-up moment. But then in the second break, for example, you can create a really emotional ambience thing, doing the melody with the strings, for example. So you have the same melody, but with different sounds, creating different vibes on the same song because of changing the sound. But if you keep the same sound over and over, then it's super boring.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, well, that's it. You have to live.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you because someone asked like where you got the Wildcrow name, and I don't think I've ever asked you like where did you get the Wildcrow name?
I say it sometimes. Actually, I was looking for a name I didn't really have one. I just was using my real one, and I was like, what can I use? I was testing a lot of things, and one day it was I could make this story like way more cool and so. But it's the truth. I was watching Vikings, the TV show,
Okay.
and like the symbol of the no, I don't have the name. The king of the king. The god of the gods of Vikings.
Okay.
Don't remember the name right now. Well, his like logo is a crow, okay? And I don't
Okay.
know why I thought on a T-shirt with a crow logo here, and I was like, I like it. I could try to find a name with that, and I just came out with Wildcrow,
That's cool. That's cool.
just like that.
Cool. All right. All right.
Okay,
cool.
so wow.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
for
coming today.
inviting me. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Maybe you could do it in another time. Somebody was asking if I was going to do this again. I mean, I usually try to bring at least one person every month.
Me too.
Different people.
I was
but
gonna say
then-
maybe next time we can do it on my channel because I also
Yeah.
do the live feedbacks. You know.
Yeah.
so
Okay. Sure. For sure.
Maybe we can do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can schedule a
And,
date,
yeah.
and I can go there. Sure.
Sorry.
Okay. Maybe we can schedule one day, and I can go to your live, of course.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So well,
Yeah.
nothing else. Thank you so much, guys. Remember
Yeah.
to go to his channel,
Thank
to
you,
her channel,
everyone.
because it has
Yeah.
really good videos.
you.
Nothing else. I'm gonna stay here a bit more to tag more songs.
Yeah.
Right? But
all
thank you so much.
Bye,
See you.
guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let me shut this down. Quit Discord. Now I'm gonna put Sonar work so I can check it a little bit better. And guys from Instagram, come to YouTube if you want to send me your songs and so. Okay. See ya. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Wait a little bit. All right. I don't have like 20 more hours to keep checking music, okay? But I can check at least donations and then some more, okay? But I'm gonna go a bit faster. Usually I go faster, but there's another person, I go a bit slower. And I'm just gonna do like first break and first drop and nothing else, okay? But yeah, okay. We just check this one, if I'm wrong. Yeah, okay. Hey! I need to finish things before going to Barcelona. All right, let's check this one. Wait, now is another screen. This is me. This. Okay, yeah, everything's fine. All right, try to go a bit faster. Yeah, probably do the game with the numbers, but first I want to check the donations. Oh, wait, I'm gonna do something. I don't accept more donations, okay, because otherwise I'm not gonna have time to do all of them. Donations doesn't mean feedback. Donaciones, no. Donations doesn't mean feedback. Okay, spin it. So don't send me donations for feedback, okay? Only if you want to make me eat pizza tonight. I don't know. Okay, I would filter that bass because it feels like a wrist bass but unfiltered and it feels a bit weird. I think it's pretty annoying. I feel it sounds pretty empty. Maybe add a vocal or do something else to make it sound fuller. It feels like you left a space for the vocal, you know, like it's quite empty and like there, but nothing is here. I don't know how to explain it. Nothing is in your face. Like if you add the vocal, that vocal should be in your face, but right now there's nothing in your face. You know what I mean? Control the volumes. This is super loud compared to the previous part. These snares are pretty thin. You need the snares with more attack. Control uplifters, they are super loud. Basically, all the things I'm saying is volumes, because usually when you have the right volume... Oh, I'm not showing the screen, sorry. Usually when you have the right volume, the mix is almost done, you know? Volumes are super important. Okay, here you have a problem. I like the vibe, kind of dark progressive. I love that genre. You have a problem here that your bass have a lot of high frequencies, but then the leads also. So those things are clashing. And what you should do is filter the highs of the bass. Usually what I do with my mid bass, in whatever genre, in most of them I do the same thing, is this EQ. Let me show you. Something like this. If this is the bass, okay, usually I make it sound something like this. If it doesn't sound like this, then I just do an EQ like this, you know. But I reduce here to give space to the leads, and I cut all of this because it's really not needed. And it's just probably noise, dirty noise, that is gonna make this sound dirty with the cymbals and the leads and the chords and everything, you know. So usually this kind of EQ for your mid basses works so well. Alright, so that's what I would do on this one. Also, the kick maybe is a little bit loud, but then, I mean, the kick right now is a bit loud. I would reduce a little bit the volume, but then you need way more bass on the kick, so that probably you need to boost the bass, you know what I mean? But like what I hear right now is just the attack of it, the punch of it, and that's a bit loud. The offbeat hi-hat, the is a bit annoying. I don't know if it has a resonance or maybe just that is a bit loud, but maybe I would try to make it a little bit softer. Maybe change it for another one. You see now the vocal is covering the space. I like this second one. This one is good, but the first one, not really good. Not really good. Try other vocal chop. Oh, yeah, vocal chop. Okay, these claps are not good for this part. These claps are for the drops, and usually they are also not really good for the drops, in my opinion. Just look for tight claps, like trap claps work really well, or just claps that are more natural, more short, you know, that don't have noise, like this one. A lot of high noise here. And keeps going. But yeah, the idea is really good. Yo, Ron! How are you, man? How are you? Okay, Ron, but I will probably just check it offline, okay? Not now, because I have a lot of songs to check so far, and I don't have Instagram open here on the computer, okay? ¿Cuánta lista de espera hay? Hay unos 3 y luego escucharé algunos random. All right, groups. I still have to check these 2 donations, okay? And then I will check some random ones or playing a game or whatever, choosing you with the game. And now I have to leave. I mean, there's not a lot of time. I need to prepare everything for Barcelona.
I don't know if I can ever take it slow. You were stuck in my head, trying to make them go. I slowly fall apart cause I'm missing home.
I think the vibe is good, but the vocal has a lot of mid frequencies, especially on the reverb of the vocal. So reduce a little bit on the mids, like 400 hertz of the vocal, and then also on the reverb, on both things, okay? If you have the reverb in the same mixer channel, then just an EQ after it, and you have both.
The way I've known, and I'm still picking up the pieces of broken glass. I tried to understand, but it went so fast. It cannot all be me, I won't take the blame. 'Cause we're
The drums are interesting,
picking up the
but what with this,
pieces of broken glass. I tried to
is so we'll do like, you know, like the third maybe or the fourth have an extra note to kind of end it better, you know, and feel a bit better the rhythm, because right now maybe the first time you listen it's like something is weird, but if you have that last note, you know, can help to understand better the rhythm. So it's like the tan tan. So you one bar have like the tan tan tan. You know what I mean?
to understand, but it went so fast. It cannot all be me, I won't take the blame. 'Cause where there is love, there are two in a game. I have tried to compromise, but you just laugh and you deny. You smashed my walls and crashed my mind. Don't you ever come back to mine.
The drop is really good. I think it has good rhythm, is interesting, it has quite unique sounds. What it feels like it needs more brightness. Like high frequencies, okay? But on the synth, because you already have, not on the whole song, because you already have percussion so that have good highs. So boost a bit on the synth, the top high frequencies. But here,
I have tried to compromise.
I feel a bit too much reverb and this kind of choo percussion. I don't know if it's meant to be the snare, but I don't really think it fits.
But you just laugh and you deny. You smashed my walls and crashed my mind. You leave and that's the way you try. 'Cause you had a chance and you made up your mind.
The problem I see is that it's like the same vibe during the whole break, you know, like it's over and over the same thing, the same percussion, the same rhythm here, and here, and then here also, but with different drums. I would try to make it a bit more different, like evolve it better. Okay, first for this part I would have a stronger kick. I think this one needs more sub and a bit stronger attack. But then I don't really think this change in BPM really works on this song, because it's like all of a sudden at the second build up you make it faster, but I don't know, I don't feel the vibe of it is prepared to this BPM change, and also that much BPM change. I don't know, I don't think it is 150, it feels like 160 or more, I think it's a bit too much, but that's more personal thing, okay? Yes, I'm going to Barcelona, but from Thursday to Saturday, okay? So next week I'm here to do another live. For when the OnlyFans, tomorrow I'll start on OnlyFans. You know that on OnlyFans you can do anything, right? There's people that don't do sex things on OnlyFans. They just have like a Patreon, but on OnlyFans. Actually, they just released something called OnlyFans TV. That they should change the name, but OnlyFans TV, that is for streaming. It's like Twitch, but in OnlyFans. But you cannot show anything like explicit content, you know. So it's like Twitch, only like Twitch. Sí, voy a tocar en Barcelona. He subido un post, puedes verlo en mi Instagram. Sweetness. The song is not right. Wait. Sweetness, your song not found. Is removed, or maybe it's because you didn't send me the right private link. Okay. Maybe you send me the. When you send when a song is private, you cannot copy the URL. You need to click on the share button. Okay, you open it and click on this one, and copy this one, not this one. Okay, because if it's private, here you're gonna have some more information that lets me listen to the song. Okay, so send me the right one, please. Oh. And then DJ Olivierski. What is your email? Okay, the last two donations, and I cannot check them because they didn't send it right or something. Come on, guys. Please answer quick. Oh, Aka, also yours. Sorry, I forgot to add your name. So I'm going to check yours in the meantime. You seem a bit tired. Yeah, I'm always tired. No, but actually before the live, when we were preparing everything, I was talking with POV, and she asked me if when I do live streams, I get tired. And I said yes. And she had the same thing. I mean, it's super tiring mentally, the live stream. Super, super, super tiring. I think because it's not the same doing a live stream where you just do your own thing, you play video games or so. Here, I'm like focused listening to songs, trying to detect the problems on the song and so. And also, I'm not talking in my main language. I'm comfortable talking in English, but it's not my main language. So I think both things make it super tiring. Okay, let's check Aka.
One more time without your hands. One more time without your hands. One more time without your hands. One more time.
The shakers have a higher resonance that is a bit annoying. I review all the genres.
One more time and one more night without your hands.
Okay, I like the vibe so far. I think the break is good. Maybe this part is a bit boring because it's the same thing but with shakers, you know? So you can make it a bit to improve a bit more, you know, add more sounds, more pads or something. The build-up is a bit empty. Add a bass at the sub riser, maybe a whoo, that will cover a lot of space. And the drop is good, but the kick, you need more attack on the kick. It's like the kick is filtered and you don't have the highs of it, so you should add more attack to it. For me, the clap is a little bit loud and have a bit too much mids, just a little bit. Add more brightness also to the vocal. It's a bit dull.
Without your hands, without me, yours.
I get the idea of this part, but it's a bit risky. It's not bad, but it's a bit risky because it's super empty, but I like it.
One more time and one more night without you.
Same thing as I said before. After a fake drop, I would always have the kick with all the drums.
And one more night without you.
This new marimba plug sound, I think, is a bit loud. This one. Maybe the drop feels a bit empty. At the beginning, maybe it can be good, but maybe here it can be good. But maybe here you can add more ambient sounds or so to make it sound a bit fuller. But the idea is really good. Thanks for sending. Okay, I have problems because the two people that donated don't reply. Wierski. Okay, Oliversky, I don't see your email, so what you need to do is to send only the name, but not at gmail.com or whatever, only the name, because otherwise YouTube what does is filter it, and I don't even see it, okay? And Yatin, Yatin already take it. Sweetness also is not replying. Okay, I got you. Oliversky. Olivier von Keinel. Okay. I don't like YouTube for this, but alright. What? Is this finally true? TikTok getting banned? They finally decided to ban it? Alright. It's just clickbait. It's just clickbait. Okay. Alright, let's take the song. United States wanted to ban TikTok because they say they work with the Chinese Communist Party and they are spying on us and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Facebook? They were spying on us. They were selling our data, you know? So don't go now to TikTok just because it's Chinese. Nah, it's just bullshit. Okay, you still need to learn a lot about not mixing, about production in general, okay? First, this sounds super empty. super empty. There's no bass, and so also sound selection is not the best one, because for example the kick doesn't really have good bass. The synth is pretty empty, so you should layer with more, but especially you're not covering at all the lows and mids. Then here, all of a sudden, you have the trap kick. Wait. I don't know, I don't feel the transition, this one to be good, like the arrangement of it. So my advice here is first, I don't have an advice for this particular song because in general it's everything, okay? But an advice for you. First, look some tutorials about how to make the genres you want to make. Okay, if you want to make house, look for house tutorials, look for house and so on. Also, it's good to look for other genres that you don't want to produce yourself, but maybe they can help you a lot. Then try to get FOPs. FOPs is the project. Well, if you produce another DAW, then the project of the other DAW. Try to get those projects because you can study them a lot. Like, what are they doing? When are they doing this? Why they are doing this? You know. Also, you're gonna get the presets and samples from those projects, so they can help you, and you can use them. My advice just for learning purpose, but you can use them to, from that one, delete like all the melodies and so, and try to create something with those sounds. Then I don't recommend you releasing it because it's like coming from another song. But at least you have something to start and work, you know. And with these things, you start building, start improving and so, okay. But really, for this particular song, it's like there's not a lot to say because there's not a lot on this song in general, okay? Alright, so I just need Sweetness, that is in the chat, to tell me your email name. No, he was the link. Please send me the right link. Sweetness, please send me the right link. No, see, fuck. Sorry. Because Sweetness, you send me this, I cannot listen to the song, okay? So you need to go to the song, click on share, and send me this link, not this link, okay? Please send me. I hope he sees it. If not, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be able to check it because I cannot listen to it. So, well, we're gonna do a game. I'm gonna think on a number between two numbers, and you need to guess it. The ones that guess the number, I think he left. No, I can't tag him, so at least he have YouTube open. But yeah, I'm gonna think on a number, sorry, and the one who get it gets the feedback. Okay, so let me think. Okay, Sweetness, send the right link. Let me see. No, Sweetness, at least I don't have a new email from you. Okay? Sweetness. And as I'm saying, you send me this, but maybe the song is private. I'm telling you, the song probably is private, and you didn't send me the private link. To send me the private link, you need to click on share and send me this link. Not this one. This one here. Okay? So please send me. And I tag your song. Alright? In the meantime, let's play the game. I'm gonna think on a number between 70 and 90. The first one who has the number between 70 and 90 gets the feedback. Yeah, we got it. We got it. ZXR. It was 86. Alright, so let's check his song. And Sweetness, please send me the right link. Okay, obviously it's just the idea, but it's pretty cool. I just think that the melody lead is not standing out, you know. It's like masked by the basses and so. Also, the clap maybe is a bit loud and a bit too had a bit too much tail, and that tail is noise. So. So maybe I would just do this, like boost the volume of the lead and control the clap, and not a lot more. And here you have some hi-hats, but really quiet. I will make them louder. Apart from this, good song. Sweetness, come on, man. Send me your song. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, now I can open it. Okay, because the thing is this thing here is what makes me be able to listen to your song. Okay, if you don't send me this and your song is private, I cannot check it. All right, so I'll take this one. Students with MHA. Oh, it's because for the contest.
I just got to say that I'm not sorry.
Is it in key? It feels a bit off key to me.
You can take it as a love letter, take it as a heartbreak. And I just got to say that I'm not
The harp is extremely loud, but extremely loud.
bothered. 'Cause I know that you got what you wanted anyway. You can say it now, that it's easy. We'll see that it's easy.
These drums are also extremely loud. Again, super loud. I mean, the quality of them and so is good, but they are super loud, these sounds. So, you know, control the volumes. Okay, I like the idea. Yeah, Reloarox. Sorry, you can send whatever you want. I think the idea is good, but first, the snare is like really loud and a bit too much high frequency on it, at least for me. And then here you have the okay, that sound, the lead sound, we could say, could be louder, stand out more. And I'm missing some low end, some sub bass and mid bass, covering the low frequencies and sub bass frequencies to make it sound really full. But yeah, the idea is good. The idea is good. Just especially control the volumes of the things, and the mix sound will be 10 times better. Okay. So well, I'm gonna check 2 more songs because I'm tired and I need to do other things before. I have a meetings. Well, not a meeting. I'm gonna meet some people and I need to do some things before. Okay, another game. All right. Let me think. Okay, between 20 and 40. A number between 20 and 40. If you guess it, you get feedback. Between 20 and 40. Yeah, 30. Yeah, it's cold. That's the right one. What happens today? You're guessing it so fast. All right. Okay, so far these peaks don't look good, but let's see what it is. Yeah, maybe just the base of the impact. I feel a bit too much reverb and too much detune sound here. Way too much reverb. Too repetitive, all the time the same thing. Okay, the leads, I think they need to be a bit more defined, we could say. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, they are just super sauce, you know? You need a kind of clear sound on top to make it sound more in your face and a cleaner sound. Then here, the first kick has like... if I could filter and so, I would hear better, but I cannot do it. But it feels like the low end of the kick, instead of boom, 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 has like the kick like boom, boom, but then there's like trun, 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 trun together. I don't know if you can hear it. But only the first kick. Then these ones are good. It's the crunch of the kick, so try to control it in any way. I also think the kicks are a bit outdated. Again, way too much reverb. And this new ARP is too loud. Basically, it's the same with another pitch, but the leads are the same and the kick is the same, so the feedback in general is the same. So in general, the song is not bad, feels a bit outdated, and the biggest problem that I feel is like too much reverb, and the sounds are basically super sauce, but nothing interesting or nothing defined or like clear sound. It's just super sauce, and I think that's a problem. Okay, let's check the last one. I'm gonna do also this one with a game. I like to do these games because I know I'm gonna take a song from somebody that is in the chat, you know? And if I do it randomly, then maybe that person is not anymore in the live stream, and then one is in the live stream but takes time to reply, and it's annoying. So this way is faster. Okay, one number between 1 and 3 trillion. No, I'm joking. But let's do it. Let's see if it can be a bit more interesting. Between 1 and 50. Between 1 and 50. Not 15. 50. Come on. Reloarox got the right technique. It was 17. So he got it. The real and the leads have decreased, but I was not thinking of the other sounds, but fair enough. Okay. Eso no se vale. Sí que se vale. Si eres rápido y puedes poner del 1 al 100, ponlos. Okay, let's check this one. Almost 8 minutes of a song. I'm sorry, Kamikaze, but I cannot tag you all. It's impossible. Still 60 emails unread. I just try to tag you as much as possible. Yeah, Frankie. I know that. I have a click. I don't know if I can remove it or so. I need to talk with the label. They have a fucking click. That click, if I'm not wrong, actually is the no, yeah, it's just a problem of exporting. I was thinking because there's a crackle sound, but it's not the crackle. I'm not sure if it's the clap feel or what, but yeah, I know that. Well. Honestly, for me, this is a bit boring because it takes a lot of time to evolve, and so far, this part is not really interesting. It's quite soft. I'm gonna give you my feedback from my perspective, okay? Not from a trance producer perspective, because I'm not a trance producer. This impact is too loud. I think the plug sound is good, but maybe the top high frequencies are a bit annoying. I would have more mid frequencies on it. Something I recommend you to do is on the delays of the plug sound, filter a little bit the high frequencies on the delay. This way it will sound way cleaner. And also on the reverb. Too much highs. And also the high frequencies are only on the right. I think that's also a problem. No, thank you, man, but thanks for the opportunity. It was an now or never thing. Well, if you don't want to come to another live stream and try to get feedback, okay, it's not my problem. I mean, in the end, I cannot check you also. I'm sorry. Yeah, the high frequencies are only on the right, so try. I mean, for me, the sounds need to be in the center, but wider or more narrow, but not really panning the synth, because otherwise you get this problem that the left signal is not that bright and the right signal is super full and super bright, so it's not compensated. A lot of high frequencies, really annoying. The biggest problem on this song is the high frequencies, and that they are panned to only on the right, but really annoying. Okay, Kamikaze, then I understand it. All right. And again, here is panned to the right. You see the high frequencies are only on the right here. I think that's a problem. I don't really recommend you to pan things because you can create a lot of unbalance, and I don't like unbalance. Also, it's personal taste, but you know. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Okay. I need to do a lot of things. I need to prepare songs. I need to prepare the USB for the DJ sets. I need to prepare a camera. I need to prepare a lot of things. I have tomorrow also, but yeah, I need to do a lot of things today yet. So yeah, thank you so much to all of you for being here today. Thank you so much for donations, for liking the live stream. That is free. And all of that. Remember that you have a video on Sunday that I loaded on Sunday that I think is really interesting, but it's not going well at all. It's going not extremely bad, but pretty bad. I expected it to go pretty better. But well, nothing else. New live stream next week. So if you didn't get feedback this week, you can get it next week. All right. And nothing else. Thank you so much. Probably next week I do a giveaway for my Patreon membership. Okay, so don't miss it. Don't miss the next live stream. But nothing else. See you next week. All right. Goodbye.